Hi everyone. Have you ever wondered why you handle money the way you do? Why some people may save every penny, why others splurge the moment their paycheck hits? It all comes down to your spending personality. Understanding this can be a game changer for your financial journey or your debt free journey. So stick around and let's figure out your spending personality.
See, baby, I'm debt free. Me and my family aligned to live abundantly. Just take it from me. That's how we do it. Budgets of freedom.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Budgets of Freedom, where I discuss all things personal finance, whether that is budgeting, savings, cash stuffing, just all around things related to financial freedom, while I am documenting my personal debt-free journey as well. I wanted to start off with what are we celebrating today? Happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas. So I just thought that it was fitting to celebrate family for today on Christmas. I hope you all are having a fantastic Christmas. I know around the holidays, sometimes it may be a difficult time for others because they may have lost some loved ones. So let's just show everyone grace today, everyone support. We never know what each other are going through and really be there for each other. Let me know in the comments what you're celebrating today. Let's get into what I will be talking about today. This plays a huge role in managing money. Knowing your spending personality, understanding what kind of spender you are can help you recognize those financial habits and make a positive change. We are all on this financial journey to become debt free, manage money, our finances better, invest more, pay off debt, whatever it may be, or where you are within your personal financial journey. I believe that this could be very valuable and beneficial to help you recognize your financial habits and make positive changes. Let's just start off with why your spending personality matters. Before we get into the types, let's talk about why it's helpful to know your spending personality. When you understand your unique habits, you can start recognizing triggers, find better ways to handle money, and make real progress towards your financial goals. We are going into 2025. We have already mapped out our goals, our financial goals for 2025, and I want to make sure that we accomplish all of our goals. So, whether you're working to save more money, pay down debt, or just be more mindful and intentional with your finances, this can really help you get there. Now, let's get into the different types of spenders. Listen carefully and see if any of these sound like you to try to identify what type of spender you are. Number one, we have the emotional spender. So emotional spenders, they buy things when they're feeling a strong emotion like sadness, stress, or even excitement. This is the one that got me because I never really realized, I guess I never put it together that the emotional spender was also with excitement, because when I started looking back at my own journey and my spending habits, I was like, I do like to spend a lot more money when I'm happy and excited. So, shopping is used to cope with emotions like a quick high, a quick pick me up. An example of this is if you had a rough day at work, so you go online, go on Amazon and buy something to feel better. The second spender is the impulsive spender, and impulsive spenders make purchases without thinking them through. These buys are often unplanned and it's all about that immediate thrill. An example of this is you see a sale while you're scrolling on your phone, and without any thought, you just buy it just because it's a good deal. Number three will be the compulsive spender. The compulsive spender often buys things because they feel an urge they cannot resist. And it's not just an occasional impulse, but more of a habit that can be difficult to control. An example of this is you regularly feel like you have to buy something whether you need it or not. I was once in this place, and I admit I once was addicted to shopping and had a shopping addiction. Maybe I'll make a video on how I overcame that. But the fourth spender is the social spender. And the social spenders, they often make purchases based on social situations or pressure from friends. They want to keep up with their social group and often overspend on social outings, gifts, and trends. Prime example of this is if you go out with your friends and you buy the same high priced coffee or meal, even if you know it's over budget and you cannot afford it, but you're just buying it to fit in. The fifth and final spender that we will be discussing today is the status spender. And the status spenders, they like to spend on luxury items to feel a certain way or project a specific image. They'll buy high-end products even if it doesn't fit their financial situation. An example of this is you splurge on designer clothing or the latest tech gadgets or the nicest car, most expensive car, not because you need it or need any of those designer clothing or materials, but they make you feel more successful. Now, let's get into the next part on how to identify your spending type. Now that you know the difference between the different types of spenders, how do you figure out which one you are? Here are some questions that you can ask yourself. Number one, look at your bank statements. Take a look at your last few months of transactions. Are there any patterns? Do you see lots of unplanned or emotional purchases? If you track your spending in a budget planner on a piece of paper, you can also look at that and look for any patterns. Number two, notice how you feel when you are spending. If this is something that you weren't aware of previously, maybe you can think back on some recent purchases or moving forward, be mindful of this. So pay attention to your emotions when you spend. Are they usually stress, sad, or maybe excitement? This can give you a clue about whether your spending is emotional or impulsive. Number three, reflect on what motivates your purchases. Think about why you're buying something. Is it to impress others? Is it to cope with your feelings? Or is it just you felt the need, you like it, and you wanted to buy it? This can help you pinpoint your spending style. Like I said, if you are not aware of any of this yet, maybe you can think back on some previous purchases. If not, moving forward, after you see this video, every time you make a purchase, try to really be mindful and think of these things when you are out buying things. And this brings us to the next part. What I want to discuss is how to overcome each spending type. Let's talk about some tips to overcome these spending habits and to be more in control and manage our finances and spending better. For emotional spenders, find healthier ways to cope with your emotions. Journaling, exercising, therapy, or even calling a friend or family member can help you. You could also create a cooling off period to wait 24, 48, 72 hours before making a purchase and see if the urge goes away. So this is actually something that I did. I made a list of healthy coping mechanisms that I can do opposed to buying or eating more of those unhealthy coping mechanisms. So make you a list of some alternative things that you can do when you do get that urge to shop based off your emotion or just to spend based off your emotion. And also create your waiting period. For our impulsive spenders, try to plan your purchases in advance, make a shopping list and stick to it. Unsubscribe from the marketing emails and avoid places where you'll be tempted to spend. I would also recommend, if possible, if you can get off social media during this time, if you are on a debt-free journey. This is something that helped me tremendously on my journey because we're constantly being fed ads, whether you know it or not. It may not be like the typical ad that we're used to, but it just may be influencers that are pushing products. They maybe got really crafty with how they are marketing certain products. Now, you would think that is just a day in the life of someone, but all these different ads that they're pushing is crazy. And it really helped me scale back on my spending by just getting off social media. But unsubscribe from the text messages from your favorite stores, unsubscribe from the emails that are constantly sending you all these savings and discounts. Number three, for our compulsive spenders, try to set small spending goals, like limiting yourself to a certain amount each week or each month. This is why the cash stuffing method has helped me so much on my debt payoff journey, because I set aside in a lot a specific amount for each category, and I can see how much I'm spending in real time and how much I have left to spend. And that has just really helped me with overspending, because once the money is gone or the cash is gone in that envelope, I know I need to park it. If that's on a Wednesday, I know I do not need to do anything else for the rest of the week, depending on what categories. And so I would recommend, if you are not already doing the cash stuffing method, to look into that or watch more videos on my channel. There's also a whole budgeting community that does cash stuffing. So there's a lot of resources out there. You can also consider speaking with a friend or family, someone who can help you and hold you accountable. Moving on to our social spenders, communicate with friends about your budget, suggest more affordable options and activities, and don't be afraid to say no to plans that you know are out of your financial comfort zone. If you are on a budget or on a no spend or really just trying to get your financial life together, it is okay to say no and communicate that with your friends. I have noticed with me personally, my friends and family are super supportive. So if they know I'm on a no spend, they're like, okay, well, let me take you out to dinner, one day. Or you'll be surprised if they know that you can't go out, but they still want to create memories and spend time with you. They'll come over your house. So there's a lot of different things that you can do opposed to just going out and spending money that you don't have. For the fifth and final, the status spender, work on building your confidence in yourself outside of material things. Your confidence should really come from an internal source. If you are having issues with your insecurities, not feeling worthy, I would recommend to see a therapist and go to therapy, because they can really drill down on those triggers and your trauma, your childhood trauma, and you will notice that our childhood traumas are so connected to our habits and behaviors in adult life. So that is a great way to start to uncover and unpack what's going on with your different spending habits, especially if you are a status spender. Remind yourself that true success isn't about possessions. You can set savings goals that give you a sense of achievement, or saving for your 401k, saving money in a savings account, right? There's other ways. If you are somehow connected to spending and finances, somehow connected to your confidence and your worthiness, there are other healthy ways that you could do that, opposed to just spending, right, on all luxury things to look a certain way. But we are taking control of our spending habits in 2025. We are accomplishing all of our financial goals. We are building wealth. We are getting out of debt. We are getting out of corporate. Whatever those financial goals are, we are making sure that we take every step to accomplish them. And personally, this was one of the steps that truly helped me identify my spending habits and personalities and behavior, and also making sure that I'm mindful and intentional to practice these to overcome them. Let me know in the comments what type of spender you are. Let me know which type you identify with and any tips that have helped you along the way to overcome them. Understanding your spending habit is the first step to making meaningful changes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with anyone that you think might find it helpful on their own journey. Thank you so much for watching, spending some time with me. Again, Merry Christmas to you all and your families, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.
Budgets of freedom. That's how we do, that's how we do. Budgets of freedom.